Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy, the Pixel Remaster. When last we left off, we gave the nitro powder to Narek in the dwarf cave, and he blew open a canal for us so that we can escape the LDC and head out into the open world. Let's go see what we can get up to. We talked to a fella in Melmond, or no, we talked to a fella in Provoca that told us that he was from Melmond and there was a problem there, that the earth was rotting. So let's go find that place after we deal with these dudes. Melmond is off to the west, out in the open sea. Like I said before, this is really where the game opens up. So we could go just about anywhere at this point. Well, let's go check out Melmond first, and we may deviate from the plotted course when we leave there. We'll see. And here's the canal. And bloop, here we go. We're going to head off to the west. We've seen this fight like a billion times at this point. But that's the joy of RPGs, especially these older ones. A lot of repetition. This kind of thing does get a little bit better in the future titles, which we will get to that. Alright, head north, and here is Melmond. Oh my, this place does not look happy. Let's see what's happening. Restore the crystals to grace. Well, my friend, that's exactly what we're going to try to do. If the earth crystal even regains its glow, life will return to the earth. The hills and valleys will again be green. Let's hope so. Stop by my father's shop, okay? Well, I'm not sure which one belongs to your father, but we'll stop at one. I'm sure we'll go to all of them, just in case. I'm just a farmer. Well, thanks for sharing, bud. Very nice. In the cave on the southern tip of this continent lives a man named Sada. He is a wise man who knows much. Oh, we'll remember that. Ah, a dwarf. Watts is my name. I've come all the way from Duragar to find out the springhead of the Earth's decay. All right. I've heard that the ancients possessed something with the power to make ships float in the sky. Really, that would be pretty sweet. Long ago, a prosperous civilization thrived in the Northland. Now it's fallen into ruin. We may learn more about that as we go along. Restore the crystals to grace. Absolutely. The vampire attacked, destroying our church and leaving our city in shambles. Is there nothing we can do to stop the ruination of the earth? Well, not sure, but we're going to give it a shot. The giant living in the cave eats rocks. He'll eat just about any kind of rock, but I hear he especially likes gems. He can't get enough of them. Okay, keep that in your mind for later, folks. Oon. There's nothing I, the great genius Dr. Oon, do not know. What? You've never heard of me? Inconceivable! Keep that guy in mind for later as well. The Cavern of Earth is to the south of Melmond, on a peninsula called the Devil's Tail. It used to be closer. It used to be... Sorry, folks. It's been a long day. It used to be the closer you got to that cave, the more fertile the soil. Now it's a barren waste. Just like most AAA games these days. The earth is decaying, and it's all the doing of the vampire that lives in the Cavern of Earth. Our town is in such rotten shape because he's blocking the flow of the power of Earth. Will you stop him for us? Absolutely. I can't stand parasites. See what you got. Knight's armor, which we cannot friggin' afford. Oh my god. Silver armlets, which we don't need. A great helm. Did we not get one of these in a chest? I was thinking we did. Let's see. Yeah, we have one. Why am I not using it? I guess because I'm an idiot. Yeah, he can't use that. Okay. Let's sell some stuff to this guy. We don't need the nunchaku. Don't need the leather shield. The dagger. Don't need these rapiers. Don't need the hammer. Don't need the chainmail. Iron nunchaku. We don't need that either. Don't need the helm. Broadsword. Get rid of both of those. Copper armlets. I may want to keep that. Bronze gloves. The power staff. See, you can sell that for quite a lot. The falchion. I'm a hoarder, so I'm going to keep that. Normally, I just sell this. It might have a use in this version. I don't know. Sell the saber. Well, keep the knife. Okay. That just lightened our load a little bit. And, yeah, he doesn't really have anything else we want. I mean, this would be great. We don't have the money for it yet, but we'll probably pick that up eventually. I don't think there's a free one later. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know. Okay. There's nothing here. Here's that longsword. This is the weapon that you can possibly get from Garland. I think it's like a 2 or 2.5% drop or something. It's very unlikely that you'll get it. It is still good for this part of the game, but it'll pretty soon be eclipsed. So see, it's got an attack of 20, accuracy of 10. To put that in perspective, if we go in, our worm killer here has an attack of 19. So only 1 less attack, but 5 more accuracy. Likewise, the rune blade, only 2 less attack, but 5 more accuracy. So we are at the cusp of where the longsword would be useful anyway. And you see the green arrows there for the fighter and red mage. Yeah, technically better because it has higher attack rating. But obviously it doesn't take into account accuracy. So watch out for that. Just because you see the green arrow doesn't mean you need to just buy. Again, we've got a green arrow here for our monk, but we know that he's doing more attacks unarmed. Even though the attack rating might be lower, he's getting more attacks per round, so the total damage output is higher. So don't just blindly follow the green arrows. Now, if we look at the map here, we see there's no item shop here. I mentioned that before, I think. So you either need to bring the items you need with you the first time or go back and get them. I think we're in decent shape. We have a bunch of antidotes. We have 99 potions, which is a very good practice in this game. We have 4 ethers. Those are basically emergency use because they give you 1 magic point for each spell level. Those can really get you out of jail if you get ambushed and have to blow some spell charges. And we have 4 cottages and 5 tents, so I think we're in pretty good shape item-wise. We may blow through all these antidotes. Let's see. Our HP is not great. I'll just go ahead and use the heal. We're going to be running around just a little bit before we get deep into the next dungeon. So, alright, level 5 spells. There are a lot of good ones here. Heal Aura, we definitely want this. Life is like Phoenix Down. It revives the KO. Very, very useful. A renewable sort of Phoenix Down. That's good. Curaga, obviously good. Diaga. It's questionable how good this one is because Firaga is useful on undead as well. And we do have 3 other very good white magics here. If you notice, the red mage can use Curaga. He cannot use life, cannot use Diaga, cannot use Healara. So, I mean, we could pop this on the red mage and get the other 3 for the white mage. We'll see. Let's check out the black magic shop. Okay. Fire-Raga is a must-buy. Scourge is very powerful, but it's kind of like the whack and the thwack spells in Dragon Quest. It doesn't. It very rarely works. So it's basically a noob trap. You know, lose your 4,000 gil here, please. Teleport, we can't. We don't have a black mage, so we can't learn this anyway. Nor can we learn teleport, which allows us to. This used to be called warp. It just bumps you up to the next floor, which is kind of nice. Like if you're running low on HP or spell charges or whatever. As kind of a panic button, but it's better to just be prepared. And I mean, if you wipe, so what? That's part of the learning process, right? And again, Slowra. This is the improved version of Slow. Again, my strategy is take the enemy out quick rather than delay 9 times out of 10. So, not really interested in anything but Fire-Raga here. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and buy it. Okay. The next area does have quite a bit of undead. I mean, we are going after a vampire, don't forget. So. Alright, back to white magic. So, we got 2 slots left for a red mage. We can only use one of these. But gold is limited. So, we definitely want Healara for the white mage. We want life. And then do we want to buy Diaga and Curaga? I don't know. I'm tempted to not buy these. Although the next 2 bosses are undead. And one of them is a major story boss. So are we going to need it? I don't know how they've changed the balance for this game. I guess we could do what I just said. We could just see and, you know, if we wipe, we wipe. So what? I don't know. I'm thinking I might hang on to some gold here. We could put Curaga on the red mage. I would feel good about that. Although we really want to focus on offense with him. And at this point, we don't have a lot of level 5 charges, so let's just wait and see how it goes. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, we have 2 level 5 charges for our red mage. We have 3 for the white mage. Okay. Yeah, so let's just take it easy on excuse me, on the level 5 stuff for now. Okay. The inn, let me refresh my memory. I think it's 100 gil. Yeah. We don't need it right yet, so let's okay, so I think that's all there is to do here. Let's head out. Now, the question is, do we head for the Earth Cave to take out this vampire, which is actually, let's see. I don't think I can free move the little hand, but it's just to the south of where the glove is on the big map. That, like the guy said, that's called the Devil's Tail. Earth Cave is down there, so that's our next story location. But I could also head to Crescent Lake, which is on the extreme east and slightly south of where we're at now. And the game doesn't tell you to go here. I don't know if it ever tells you. Let me save, because I think there's some pretty nasty sea monsters that we can encounter on the way over there. But let's go ahead and check out Crescent Lake. If you'll recall, there is one guy, this older gentleman in Cornelia, the town, that told us that Lucan went to meet with his colleagues in Crescent Lake. So that's what we're going to go check out now. Lucan the Sage, we've heard quite a lot of bit about this dude. We haven't met him yet, so let's go see if he's still there. If we can ever kill every freaking Sahuagin in this game, I don't know. These guys I don't mind fighting because it's pretty good gold. I hope you guys don't mind. I keep saying gold instead of gil. It's the same thing. The gil are pieces of gold. The way Final Fantasy 16 explained that, I thought was pretty cool. I won't spoil it if you haven't played that game yet, but there is some neat lore about Gil in that game that I think is pretty rad. Okay. Now, let's head straight east. Let's see. Just auto battle. I could make these battles quick with the magic, but you know how I am at this point. I mean, time is money. That's certainly an argument. And I could do more battles in the same amount of time. Let's see. Let me go ahead and fix this the way I like it. Okay, potion. Alright. Now, the port is to the north. Okay, here it is. In this game, you can't just stop anywhere, remember? Anyhow, so time is money. Yeah, that argument could certainly be made. I could fight more battles in the same amount of time if I just used the spell levels, and I would then have more money to spend on the inn. And if I was grinding, I would subscribe to that. But I'm not. I'm just moving through the game naturally. So that's why I'm conserving spell levels. Alright. Level up for the fighter. Decent HP gain. Decent XP gain. Very decent HP gain for a red mage. And okay for the white mage too. Very good. It still bugs me beyond belief how much... you'd never believe how much it bugs me that our characters are not on the same experience all the time. Okay, so yes, the Minotaur, also known as Bull, new enemy, but they're pretty vanilla. All they do is attack physically. So just melee these guys down. It's okay. Give them the old whackaroony. Alright, no problem. We'll be seeing a lot more of those Minotaurs later. Okay, so I'm going to check the map. Forgive me. Alright, I always forget the best way around here. It's the south. Eventually we'll get an item that makes it where it doesn't matter. Ankeg. My D&D fans out there recognize these guys. Do they have a weakness? I don't remember. We're going to hit them with Fyra and see. These guys, they are a little tough. They do love to poison you. Are they weak to fire? I don't think so. Alright. Let's try Blizzard. Or Blizzara even. Pop a heal from the good old white mage. I think that did a little more damage, but ice is always one spell level higher than fire in this game, so I don't know. I don't think these guys have an elemental weakness. I haven't hit them with thunder, but it's unlikely. Most non-aquatics are not weak to thunder, so... I mean, he's probably going to die, but let's see. Okay. Got a big pile of experience from that. Holy moly. Pathetic gains for the monk, but hey, that's okay. Some of the levels are really quite good. Alright, I'm going to buy a few more antidotes once we get in town here. And Sir Saves a Lot is added again. I'm new to this whole recording thing, so that's one reason I'm paranoid about saving. I do have a backup save that is set for the beginning of each video. I have lost some footage and a few tests I've done, so forgive me. As I go along, I'll get better at this. You won't have to endure the save screen so long. Oh crap, 200 gil? No, not right now, honey. Okay, item shop. What you got? Same thing everybody else says, but that's fine. Antidote. I'm going to buy 6, bump it to 25, just to make sure that we have lots. Everything else I think is okay. Grab another ether. Okay, good deal. And yeah, 3 spell slots. Okay, we did buy life. Okay, just wanted to check. This is one of the prettiest towns in the game, I think. See, this is where you could buy that mithril mail. You see, 6,000 gil, and we just found it in a chest, so that's pretty friggin' amazing. The buckler, I believe the only shield in the game the red mage can use. You want to buy that for sure. Mithril helm, defense 6. What is... it's 1 more defense. It's not worth the 2,000. This is also 6. 4, so that's an extra 2. I can't remember if we find these in a chest. I have a feeling that we do. As well as the mithril shield. What is the iron shield? Defense 4. 8. I'm going to buy this. Yeah, I love that the equip is here in the shop menu. Yeah, that's an easy equip. And remember, we're getting 2 more defense, but we're also getting the chance to block attacks, which the red mage up until this point has not had. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. I think that's everything I want here. Yeah. Again, beware the green arrow. Anything to sell? Yeah, let's see. We're keeping that just because we are hoarders. The werebuster we're keeping because we'll find some were enemies maybe to use it on, and we can switch out. Okay. Good. But yeah, as I was saying, this is one of the prettiest towns, I think. You got this really cool water feature in the middle. All the greenery. The color palette of the towns. It's just beautiful. House of Healing. Nice little graveyard here. I mean, it's kind of macabre, but I mean, graveyards are nice in their own way. My husband is always traveling, and in the little time he is home, he sleeps all day. I think he needs to get his priorities straight. Well, I agree too. If I had a beautiful green-haired wife, I probably would do better. Okay. Do we really want anything here? These axes, again, low accuracy, high attack. Okay, these are like 19 and 18. This is that silver sword I was talking about. It used to be called Silver Sword. That was 4,000. This used to be sold in Elfheim. Was vastly overpowered for that point of the game, but it was worth the grind to get the gold for it. We may buy one of those before we leave here. But I want to show you the magic shops first. So you're the layabout husband. It's a gravestone. It's great. You need to get it together, man. Jesus. Okay. Come on. Pardon the blasphemy there, folks. A slip of the tongue. Okay. Alright. We can't use any of these. Can't afford them. Don't have the spell slots for them yet. Thank you. You're welcome. But that gives you an idea just how expensive the mages are. They are our single largest expense in the game. Stona, not useful. Exit. I think we need a white wizard to cast this, actually. Which we will eventually have. Spoiler alert. Useful spell. This takes you all the way out of a dungeon. Really good panic button, and it can be worth saving that one of those level 6 slots for that. Protera, this is a whole area effect protect. Very good. Invisora. There is an item later in the game that can cast this free of charge, so we won't be buying this, but it is a very, very good spell otherwise. So of these two are the must-buys. This is the only one we can cast right now. Eventually we'll be able to cast this. I don't think stone is worth it. Not in this version. Okay. Again, like mega money. Now you think, okay, that's everything. Nope. What about Lucan? Aha. Over here in the woods. In the little Zen circle. I wonder which one's Lucan. Okay. I think in every other version they all look the same. This is kind of neat. 12 sages are we, guided to this land by the stars and prophecy. I wonder if they made him different so that you'll actually talk to him, because what a lot of these guys say is, well, it's not the most exciting dialogue. I should have read this in the old man voice. 12 sages are we, guided to this land by the stars and prophecy. 4 great crystals exist in this world. The light that once shone within them is now lost. The 4 fiends of chaos block the power of the crystals, claiming it as their own. Info dump. Fire, earth, water, and wind. These are the 4 forces that compose our world. The source of the 4 forces are the altars scattered throughout the world. Defeat the fiends that have taken root there, and lift up the crystal you carry to the altar. The crystal should regain its brilliance. Sorry, they all sound the same. I'm not a gifted voice actor. What can I say? The 4 fiends plot to rule the world, both past and present. Interesting. The Fiend of Wind appeared 400 years ago, followed 200 years later by the Fiend of Water. Together they laid waste to the civilization in the north. The Fiend of Earth rots the land. Where the Fiend of Fire passes, all is engulfed in flame. When all 4 crystals shine once more, return here. All will be revealed. Bring the light of the 4 crystals to us, warriors of light. Only you can do this. Power must be directed toward its proper end, Mary Sue. 400 years ago it was wind. 200 years ago it was water. Then came earth and fire. the four forces that make up the world. I am Lucan. I see a cycle of wrath, a dim light, guided by destiny, about which our entire future revolves. Is that it? Yeah, okay. Well, that was worth it. Anyway, we got a little bit better idea what's really going on around this place. Interesting that they're talking about past and future. Ah, well, it's probably nothing. Okay. Let's see. I was going to buy a sword, wasn't I? Yeah. I tell you, I am like the most absent-minded person. I would not make a very good light warrior. We'll buy one. And then they can cast lots as to who gets it. You know, Worm Killer. Can you even equip Worm Killer? Yes, you can. We will give it to you. And you will get the Mithril Sword. Will I remember to switch to the Rune Blade? Probably not. Okay, we're in pretty good shape now. We can always use more money, but other than that, we're okay. Alright, so coming here is worth it. Again, the game doesn't really direct you to come here. There's that one dude in Cornelia that mentions it, but no one tells you exactly where Crescent Lake is. You do have to take the initiative and check the map, which, you know, that's the kind of thing you do in an old game. Let's go ahead and heal Ara, because we are very hurt. We should be okay. At 200 gil in, I just can't bring myself to do it. Very effective. Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, that monk is paying dividends. I mean, we'll eventually get to the point where we get so much experience from battles that we won't really notice that much if they're not all in the same experience level. We're getting there now, actually. He'll gig us. Okay. This is probably one of the strongest enemies you can run into here. But saying that, he's not that bad. Our party is really balanced and quite strong. It's too bad there's not a giant sword. Alright. Okay, so, oops. Let's go ahead and head back to Melmond. Thank goodness the world is round. We are going to hit the inn in Melmond. I mean, it's 100 gil, but I mean, that's half price. I mean, you're talking, you know, less than one battle's worth of money at this point. But there's no point in just being uber frivolous. Since we're going to hit the inn, I'll go ahead and blow some spell charges. That's so glorious. Love it. Okay. Around the horn, and up we go. So you just auto battle. I can't get over how big this friggin' boat is. It's very spacious. Those pirates, they really had class. You know, I also want to say that the appearance of Melmond here, while very dreary, it is nice. I mean, you can really see the effect of the crystals draining on the place. I mean, it looks terrible. In the original, of course, the NES was limited in what it could display, how many colors you could use, and so forth. And so there were these desert areas that were in town, sandy spots. And the walls, you know, looked rough around the city and everything. And the destroyed church, which, or House of Healing, yeah, over here, just to the right on the other side of this wall. That was there, but it was a little bit more obvious, I believe, in the original. But I do like the appearance of this. It's very thematic. Depressing, yes, but it's on point. Alright, let's head into the inn. I assume that when we return the Earth Crystal to Grace, this will shape up somewhat. And I don't remember which version of this game was the first one to do this effect in Melmond. It may have been in the Origins version. But at any rate, like so many other things, it looks really quite good with the Pixel Remaster. Okay. So you can see here the swampy area. This is part of the earth rot that's going on. And here the old crowd favorite, the wargs. Yeah, I'd be happy if I never see another warg in my life. Oh my god. Okay. Come on. A couple things. Let's see. If we head on over this way. So I think it's this way. No, not this way. Hyenodon. Here's a new one for your bestiary. Very agile. Otherwise, relatively unremarkable. They do hit kind of hard. But they should fall to our party fairly easily. We're pretty stout. And then, of course, our big purple grimace men. They go down quite easily, as we've bested them many times before. Very good. All right. So let's head over this way first before we head down to the Devil's Tail, just because I want to show you. This is the Giant's Cave. We can't do anything here yet except fight spiders. This place had a really cool mellow blue aesthetic in the original game. It's just very memorable. And here is the giant. Can't do anything here yet. You shall not pass. We did hear in Melmond that the giant likes rocks, particularly gems. So let's keep our eye out for any gemstones. Since we are headed to the Earth Cave down at the Devil's Tail, it sounds like a pretty good place to look for some gems. Alright, another level up. Decent gains. Okay. Alright, so remember this place for later. That's part of our progress there. There is a plot wall, literally, in that cave we have to get past. This grass is so lush. Wouldn't you like to just run your bare feet through that? I'm assuming it wasn't full of giant spiders, of course. That's so relaxing. Alright. And we're going to get addicted to those antidotes. I'm glad this isn't Fallout. Alright, here we go. Save at the beginning. And I'm going to go in. We'll do one section of this cave. And then we'll call it an episode. My God, this is great. Look at all the dust. And again, the music. I just want to take it in. That is a hammer dulcimer. That sounds really freaking great. I love this. Okay. The cavern, the Earth Cave song is, and it is used other places. But this is, this is one of my favorite tracks in the whole game. And it sounds so good in this version. Okay, so let's check the map. You see there's this circular path that goes off to the west. That is the Hall of Giants. In the original, once you got down through there a little ways, every tile was a fight with some hill giants. And that was a great place to grind for levels. You could just pass through that place 2 or 3 times and you would have buku levels. They have reworked it in this game somewhat. And I'll show it to you. Remember, these guys can put you to sleep on hit. I don't think we need Dia for them. We're pretty strong now. Even if they do put us to sleep. There's only 3 of them. Now there's only 1 of them. The background here is pretty cool too. Looks like a big worm tunnel. Shai-Hulud. Okay. They have reworked the Hall of Giants. So, remember these guys from the door, the Mystic Key door in the Marsh Cave? Same principle. There's only 2 of them now. But if you go out of the Earth Cave and come back in, they respawn. So if you do want to grind, you can do it here. I'm going to hit them with Wazara. I don't think they're weak to ice, even though they are lizards. But it's a reasonably powerful AoE. Soften them up. Alright, very good. As you can see, pretty decent pile of money and EXP. How are we doing? Pop a heal. The reason I'm doing this is we are going to use a tent when we're finished with this. And only one more encounter in the so-called Hall of Giants. And they really neutered it quite a bit here. But again, you don't need to grind in this version of the game quite as much as you did in the original. So, that's okay. It's just like they took out the Peninsula of Power, which I didn't show because it's not a thing in this game. The Hill Gigas are 2 of the encounters you could find in the Peninsula of Power. So again, we can go outside, which the exit is right over here, and reset these guys and do it again and again and again, but I'm not convinced it's necessary in this version. Anyway, this is only a partial restore. It'll probably restore us to full. I think it will. Didn't use many spells. And we weren't in too bad a shape, HP-wise. Yeah, HP looks fine. He's got full charges. And she's got full charges. Yeah, so we're good. Go ahead and save again. And that's where I'll leave it off this time for Let's Play Final Fantasy. I hope you enjoyed watching. I really appreciate you stopping by and visiting with me for a while. On your way out, make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Have a great day. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.